Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I haven't done one of these like sit down talking videos in a while. I've posted quite a few vlogs in the past few weeks, but super excited for today's video because this is something I love so much. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the season 33 cast for Dancing with the Stars, as they've released this week all the pros and the celebs that are doing it, and I love this show. I've been watching this show since I was 5 years old, I think. It was when the show first aired. And I've watched every single season except for the JoJo Siwa season. I don't know why I didn't watch that one, but it's the only season I haven't really watched. But I've been there for it all. The Carol Baskin, when Apollo Anton Ono, I guess I would say his name, the speed skater, won and had that iconic freestyle dance. But I love this show, so I'm really excited to share my thoughts on this season. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first couple is Whitney Carson and Danny Amendola, I think is how you pronounce his name, and he is the football player. And I'm super excited to have Whitney back because I'm obsessed with Whitney. She's like one of the most iconic pros. Her choreography is absolutely insane. I think the only person who compares to her choreography is Daniela. So I'm really excited to see what she comes up with this season. And here, I don't know much about the football player Danny, but I do know he dated Olivia Culpo, and there was like a whole drama with that. So that's really all I know about him. But you know, football players tend to do good, except for last season. So I'm kind of interested to see kind of which side he takes, if he's going to be good or not. Next, there's Anna Delvey and Ezra Sosa, and if you don't know who Anna Delvey is, or Anna Sorokin, as she's also known as, she is the girl, she was like, they made that Netflix show, I think it was Inventing Anna, and she's the person who pretended to be an heiress, even though she had absolutely no money and scammed all these people. She was the one who wanted to open this like members only club and basically almost managed to get this huge loan from a bank, even though she had no money. Apparently, she was an heiress, but she wasn't. So that's interesting. She's also the one who's making headlines because she has an ankle monitor on, because she's, I believe, under house arrest. Technically still, she might be out, but I think she is an exception. She's not supposed to leave the state of New York, so this is an exception, which I don't know how they pulled this off. Also, this is Ezra's first season, so of course he's gonna get the kind of more controversial partner. I feel like they did this to Pasha when he was still newer, and they put him with Carol Baskin. So I think that I can kind of see why they paired them. Their TikToks are kind of funny though, but like, she also made that like video where they were interviewing her, and she was like, they're like, where are you gonna put the Mirrorball trophy if you win? And she's like, in storage. And Ezra's like, you can tell in his face, he's like, I want to crawl into a hole and die. So this is going to be interesting. I don't see her lasting that long though. So then we have, I can already tell you, I'm going to pronounce his name absolutely wrong, but it's Joey Grazade and Jenna Johnson. And he's the guy from The Bachelor who's engaged to the really pretty girl. Can't remember, I think it's like Taylor Anderson or something like that, but he's engaged with a really pretty girl. And he had that whole like Maria drama. But I'm super excited to see this because I love his TikToks with him and his girlfriend. Also, Jenna is one of my favorite pros, so I'm definitely excited to see what they do together. But other than that, there's not much I really have to say on this partnership. So next is Dwight Howard and Daniela Karagosh. And Dwight Howard is an NBA Hall of Famer. And I'm very excited to see this because obviously Daniela won with Amon. Major height difference. He was a basketball player too. And of course this season she's paired with somebody, and it's almost a 2-foot height difference. She is 5'2" and he is 7 feet tall, I believe. Or it was 6'10". I can't quite remember, but it's definitely a big height difference. But I love to see what she does, because somehow, no matter who she's partnered with, she's able to find like their strengths. And she's able to play on those strengths and make sure she highlights them. She's very good with her choreography. And especially one of my favorite dances she did was the Halloween dance with them on. So I'm very excited to see what their Halloween dance is going to look like this season. Then we have Chandler Kinney and Brandon Armstrong, and I am obsessed with this pairing. I think they look so adorable together. And if you don't know who Chandler Kinney is, she plays Tabby on the Pretty Little Liars reboot spinoff, the Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, and I love her character in there, and I love this actress. I mean, she's the same age as me, so I definitely like her, and I wouldn't mind someone my age winning, but I'm very excited to see this too because she is castmates with Milo, and if you don't remember, Milo was the runner-up for his season, and they're castmates, and Milo was with Whitney, and they did that iconic, like, rain dance with the umbrellas, but I'm excited. Everyone's saying, like, this is, like, redemption for Milo or whatever, but definitely excited to see what this partnership does. Okay, so this next couple, oh my gosh, I manifested this so badly. I wanted this to happen so much. Like, I was like, if anyone is on here, it has to be her, and that is Ilona Mayer and Alan Bernstein. And if you don't know who she is the iconic rugby player. She makes the most hilarious TikTok content, and she's all about body positivity and making sure everyone knows that their bodies are beautiful no matter what they look like. And also, she is a badass rugby player. Like, there was this video from the Olympics, her literally just like nailing a girl to get, like, I don't know what it's called in rugby, but like the score in there. But I'm obsessed with her, and I'm definitely rooting for her. I definitely want her to go very far in this competition, and I think her with Alan is just such a good pairing. I like Alan. I like him. I don't remember much of Alan Bernstein throughout the seasons, but I definitely do like this pairing. Next, we have Brooks Nader and Gleb Savchenko. And let's be real, we know what these casting directors were doing when they paired these two together. They said, let's put the two most, like, beautiful people together. I mean, she's a swimsuit illustrated model, and everyone knows Gleb is an attractive guy, so they're like, let's put them together. They'll get the pretty votes. They will definitely get the pretty votes. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. And I'm very curious to see how she dances, because I've noticed models do have a tendency to be a little too stiff. They don't flow as well whenever they're on the show. I'm thinking it was like Charlotte McKinney didn't do very well, and she's in the, like, modeling realm. So I'm very interested to see how Brooks Nader does. I mean, she's insanely beautiful. I will give her that, but I'm interested to see how she dances on the show. So this is another one I'm super excited for, and this is Steven Nedorosik and Riley Arnold. And talk about the most perfect pairing. I really like them two together. I mean, they're two very young individuals. This is also Riley's second season, which is really exciting, and she's with Whitney. And I don't know, just, I think they flow really well with each other, the vibe. I love their TikTok content. I love seeing it. There was a video, and she was, like, trying to do the pommel horse, because he's the pommel horse guy. And I'm very kind of curious to see how this goes, because I know we've had tons of the Olympic gymnasts, the women, compete on this show, and they do really well, but I don't think we've ever had a male gymnast compete. So it's going to be interesting, because, you know, a lot of the female gymnasts have come and won. So I'm very interested to see what his outcome is. I think he'll do really well, though. I think he'll definitely make it close to the semifinals. That's my prediction for this couple. Next is Phaedra Parks and Vala Shmarkovsky, and she is from, I believe it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I don't know a lot about her because I'm not really into all the housewife shows, but from what I've seen, she is freaking hilarious. And I think she's going to be a fun one to watch this season during all her packages, just because a lot of the jokes she's made in some of her interviews are absolutely hilarious and have me losing it. It's like there was one interview and they were like asking her, like, what's the most surprising casting? And they're like, Anna Delvey. And she's like, oh my gosh, she was unhinged. She's like, well, she does have on a leg monitor, so she can't go very far. And I'm like, oh my lord, like Val is in the background just losing it, like cracking up. So I definitely think she's gonna be one of the funniest celebs that we have on this season. I feel like there's always a really funny celeb, and she's gonna be it. I don't know, I feel like she's really an underdog. Like, I don't think going in people are gonna expect her to do very well, but I think she's gonna surprise us, and like, I don't know, I just see her being really good at this. I don't know. Plus the personality. I love dancers, the celebrities who have the personality. That definitely gets my vote for a lot of these. Then we have Eric Roberts and Britt Stewart. And the funny thing about this is, so I knew Eric Roberts from the Smack That video, the Akon music video. That's all I knew him from, and I think it's Mr. Brightside. Those are the only 2 things I knew him from. If you don't live under a rock, you probably knew that he was Julia Roberts' brother and the father of Emma Roberts. So he's part of that whole dynasty. I didn't know that until somebody pointed it out to me. I just knew him from the Akon music video, but I love Brit. I do wish she would get a partner that would take her far, but I don't think it's going to be Eric Roberts. I just don't see him going very far, and it's not just because he's older. I don't know, I just don't see it. I don't know, I just don't see him going very far, but I do love Brit, so definitely excited to see what she can come up with for this. Okay, so this next couple, this one, I don't know how to feel about this. So it's Tori Spelling and Pasha Pashkov, and I don't know. People are saying, oh, she's gonna like come out and surprise us all, but I don't see that happening. I don't know. I'm not a big Tori Spelling fan. Personally, this is gonna sound so mean, but I don't, all the plastic surgery, I'm sorry, all the plastic surgery she's done just does not make her appealing to look at. I hate to say it. Plus all her controversy lately. She's been in the press a lot and not for good reasons, but I don't know. Plus I just never really liked 90210, so definitely not a fan of hers. So, I mean, she could come out and like surprise us, but I don't have that great expectations for her. And I really was hoping Pasha would get like a really outstanding partner, especially since he had Ariana Madix last season, but I don't know. I don't like most of the partners he gets, but we shall see with this one. This is going to be one we'll have to wait and see what happens. So next is Jen Tran and Sasha Farber. And if you don't know what happened with this is, she was the very last celeb to be casted for the season. I don't think that originally they were going to have this many couples, but something happened. And unfortunately, I wish they did not do her like this, but because it kind of happened the same way with her Bachelorette casting. But essentially what happened was she finished taping the Final Rose, like after the Final Rose special for her Bachelorette season. And then literally apparently like right after they stopped filming, they were like, so you got like 20 minutes to get on a plane, get on a plane, good morning America. And so essentially like they had to like run to get to their flight. Sasha also found out at the same time that he was going to be a pro this season. And they were like filming and she's like, they're like running through the airport in New York. They're like, it's 5 a.m. We have to be hair and makeup ready at 7 a.m. So obviously she was a very last minute pick for this, but I think she's gonna do very well. I like Jen Tran. I think I loved her content too. I think a lot of it too is like whoever has the best content on social media, like TikTok, will get a lot more votes than other people who don't have as much of a social media following. Also, I will say people are like obsessed with her right now and do have a lot of sympathy for her because of what happened with Devin. And I think she'll get the votes that way. Kind of like Ariana Madix too. A lot of people are rooting for her. And I think it's kind of be like that situation. She's going to get her comeback. She's going to be like it's going to be like an FU to her bachelor men. Her like bachelorette men. It's going to be like an FU to them. And I'm very excited to see it. Also, I love Sasha. So he's been a pro for like forever, and I really want him to have another win. Okay, so the last couple is Reginald VelJohnson and Emma Slater. And oh my gosh, I hate that I'm gonna say this, but I can't remember what the name of the show he was on, but I do remember it had Urkel. Just remember that I am young and was probably not alive when that show was on, but I do know it had Urkel and he was the dad. But he is with Emma Slater. I feel like he'll be like, kind of like, it was Barry from last season. I feel like we'll get that kind of moment. And obviously, you know, he's a very iconic person. And I don't know, I feel like he'll be fun to watch. I don't see him making it that far, but I don't know. It'll be fun to see. I don't know, he looks like a funny, goofy dude, so he'll definitely be fun with like the packages and seeing him rehearse with Emma, but definitely just due to his age, and I don't, like obviously from content, he's not moving around as much, but I don't know, we shall see. But I don't know. I feel like Emma can like work some magic and like have some good moments for him for the dances he does do. But I'm really interested to see how far they make it. So that is my thoughts on all the couples for season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. I'm super excited to watch the premiere. It's literally in a couple of days, but I don't know, I have not felt excited for a Dancing with the Stars season like this season in a while, but this season has definitely made me really excited in a way that I haven't for the past few seasons. I mean, I was excited for last season, but I'm definitely way excited for this one. I love all of the casting for it. Also, I got Ilona on there. Manifesting does work, remember that, and I definitely know who I'm rooting for. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, who I think, before like watching the first episode, who my top 3 I think is gonna be. I think my top 3 is probably gonna be Jen and Sasha, Ilona and Alan, and then Riley and Steven. Also, I'm really hoping Riley and Steven do great because they did her dirty with Harry Jowsey last season. That's my thoughts on that. So I'm really hoping she has a better second season. And those are my thoughts. And I don't know, stay tuned because I'll be doing a recap of the first episode the day after it comes out. So I'm super excited for that. And also I have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But till next time, see you guys.